Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Purple Lunar Rose Tarot and Astrology. Tonight, we're going to talk about the astrology for the week of January 14th through the 20th. Pluto is not only going to be your biggest cosmic influence this week, but it's actually going to be our once in a lifetime transit. And I will talk more about Pluto in just a few moments. We are streaming live on three different platforms: YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. And I can see your comments, so make sure to join us in the chat. Links for personal readings and all PLR information can be found in the description box of this video. All right, I'm going to do a quick astrology recap. Remember, guys, we did talk about the January hot dates all in one video, and that video can be found over on our YouTube channel under the live tab. I see everybody coming in. Facebook, I see you, Diana. Let me know if sound is okay. All right, guys. So we do have a really busy week ahead. There's like a transit on every single day, but I want to start with today. Today is January 7th. So we have the Capricorn new moon coming on January 11th. It's a very powerful new moon. It feels definitely like a full moon to me. But I did talk about the Capricorn new moon a lot last week. So if you guys missed those videos, make sure to go check them out. Thank you. Thank you, ladies, very much. All right, so let's dive in. Ready? Get your calendars out so we can circle these hot dates. We have January 15th. We have the sun in Capricorn, and it is going to be sextile Neptune in Pisces. So, this is the Make the World a Better Place day. You want to volunteer your time, become the change that you want to see in the world. It's definitely the energy of help people the best that you can, right? On January 18th, we have Mercury in Capricorn, sextile Saturn in Pisces. This is a strong motivation day, definitely a get to work day. January 19th, we have several cosmic influence, so let's talk about them. The first one I want to bring up is Venus in Sagittarius, square Neptune in Pisces. This could be a sensitive day for us, especially if we're feeling over emotional. And I do recommend that we stay to ourselves. That's what I plan on doing on that day. But also on January 19th, so a little bit of good news to go with that extra emotional day is you can see that Mercury is going to be Capricorn trine Jupiter in Taurus. So you can expect good news on that day, and it could have something to do with career, business, or financial matters. This can be a day where you may get a glimpse into the big picture for your future, January 19th. All right, here's my favorite. Are you guys ready? January 20th, we have the Sun in Capricorn, conjunct Pluto in Capricorn. So this is the meeting of one last time. And this is the day that you're going to start to secure your legacy. You want to be courageous, smart, and bold. Also on January 20th, we have the Sun entering Aquarius. So out with the old and in with the new. And January 20th, the Pluto entering Aquarius. That's going to be the one that we're going to dive into tonight. I wrote 4 pages about Pluto, so prepare yourselves. I'm really excited about Pluto. But before we dive in, we are going to do a collective reading after I tell you a little bit about Pluto. And I am going to be offering some free and paid readings. So I want to show you guys that really quickly before I dive into Pluto information. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight after the collective energy reading. All right, guys, you ready to hear about Pluto? Jenna, hi, Jenna. All right, guys, so Pluto is January 20th, and it's going to move from 29 degrees in Capricorn, where it's been now for a minute. So I don't know if you guys noticed the 29 degrees, but 29 degrees for me felt very like hectic. I want to say a little sketchy, and I don't know, it just kept feeling like there was something impending, right? And now it's like almost over. It doesn't necessarily feel that way anymore. It definitely, I can see the closure that it brought. But yeah, 29 degrees in Capricorn was tough, right? So it's going to be moving from there into 0 degrees Aquarius. This Pluto transit is going to signify a significant shift in the collective energy and it has transformational potential. But to understand the potential impact on people's lives, it's important that we consider the characteristics and symbolisms of Pluto and the signs involved. So, Pluto is known as the planet of transformation, power, intensity, and regeneration. And yes, I know that it has been demoted as a planet based on size. But what I was telling Miss Tina earlier today is what Pluto lacks in size, it makes up with power. Its energy tends to dig deep, bringing hidden issues to the surface and facilitating profound changes. Capricorn represents structure, authority, responsibility, and traditional values. And Aquarius represents or symbolizes progress, innovation, social networking, and a focus on community. That's going to be my favorite part of this, okay? A focus on community. When Pluto transits from the final degree of 29 degrees in Capricorn to the initial 0 degrees of Aquarius, it's going to signify the end of a long lasting cycle and the beginning of something new. This transition is likely to generate a powerful surge of transformative energy affecting various aspects of our lives. You want to check your birth chart. What house is Pluto in for you? For me, my Pluto is in my fourth house. That's going to be the house of family. Danger Zone on Twitch. Hello. So check your charts. Where is Capricorn? For me, Capricorn is my seventh house relationships. And then where is Aquarius on your chart? For me, it's the eighth house, life, death, regeneration, and new life chapters. So can you guys see how Pluto from 2008 has been completely forming like my whole family structure. And now that that particular chapter of my life has come to an end, I will start a new chapter, right? I'm kind of interested to see where it's going to go. But if you guys are interested in how Pluto is going to affect you, I did create a very special astrology Pluto reading. So message me if you guys are interested in that. All right, on a personal level, the transit will prompt all of us to reflect on our own power dynamics, structures, and responsibilities. It may encourage us to question and potentially dismantle outdated belief systems or structures that no longer serve our growth and evolution. The process of self reflection and transformation could lead to personal breakthroughs and empower us to align with our authentic selves on a collective level. And this is important for us, especially those of us on this very specific type of spiritual awakening, right? Now you guys know what that means. Did you guys all see my post over on Facebook so everybody knows what different types are? And then I think it was this morning. My day started early, y'all. I've been going since like 4 a.m. But I feel like it was this morning I posted examples of different people for those different types of spiritual awakening. So now we can all kind of get a face with a name type of situation, right? All right, so on a collective level, the Pluto transit may stir up radical changes in societal structures, bringing light to corruption or power imbalances within the system of authority. It could inspire social movements aimed at fighting for justice, equality, and transforming established institutes. This transit energy may drive a deeper desire for progress and innovation within communities, emphasizing the importance of global and humanitarian perspectives. So here's where I was telling everyone today that I can't wait to see all of our gardens and all of us sharing our gardens with our neighbors, because this is the shift that Pluto is bringing. And this is what I meant by from me to we, right? So overall, the Pluto transit from 29 degrees in Capricorn to 0 degrees in Aquarius on January 20th is likely to ignite a profound process of transformation and rebirth. It encourages all to scrutinize our existing power structures, question the dated beliefs, and embrace the potential for personal and collective growth. So while the specific experiences may vary from soul to soul, this Pluto transit holds the potential for significant changes and a shift towards a more progressive and inclusive or all-in future. That's it, guys. That's what I had for your Pluto transit. I hope that information was helpful. Cap is Mercury and Venus and Mars for me. I'm glad that you guys know. Do you guys get your charts out when we do these readings? Oh, sweet. Oh, yes. I have swapped over to the Canva, you guys. We have the outdated things are going out and the new things are coming in. I used to use KindMaster, which is a beautiful app to edit your videos and create with on your phone, but we have shift over to Canva. All right, guys. So let's jump in and do collective reading. I will pull up what free readings we're going to do tonight when we get done with the collective. Diana says, I always have my chart ready. I love it. All right, so I'm going to jump in. I'm going to look at masculine, feminine energies. We'll look at head, heart, higher self. I'm not sure if I'm going to do messages or not. We'll see when we get closer. But I am using the Black Moon astrology cards because it feels like we have a different transit every single day of the week almost. So I took my 2 days off. I did upload some videos, so I made some clips from our live. So if you guys missed them, a little bit easier to find your readings if you can't watch the whole live. But I did take my 2 days off, spent some time with family. It was a good 2 days. All right, so masculine energy first. We have a Taurus. It's going to have something to do with material situation. 4th house, roots. Jupiter, abundance. Love it. Solar eclipse, revolution, December 44. It's going to have something to do, I want to say, with manifesting, something that we've brought in. I mean, it could just be the abundance. I heard the word lucky strike, so I'm not really sure what that means. Isn't there like an old cigarette or like lucky strike? But it's like somebody could get like, I don't know. Let's pull a tarot and find out. Stephanie on Facebook, hello. All right, let's look at Taurus. I have Page of Wands comes out, baby steps. The world, a new opportunity. And 4 of Pentacles, holding on to something too tightly. So masculine energy is getting an opportunity to start something new if they're able to release something that they've been holding on to too tightly. I feel like whatever it is that they've been holding on to tightly is taking a lot of work. It's matured or grown. And like whatever the new opportunity is could feel like it's starting at the very beginning. That's why I was getting like baby steps. All right, 4th house, roots. I feel like that's me, right? Divine feminine. I feel like we are spending time with our loved ones, close family, friends, children. Three of Cups, King of Cups, and the Justice card. So we're doing that because we're trying to ignore a situation. Three of Cups could be a celebration, right? Soul sisters, soul family coming together. King of Cups is counselor, mentor, therapist. It's also my clue card for divine masculine. So that's what tells me that we're staying busy so that we can ignore a situation. And justice is here, and justice is about a great injustice being done, the scales needing to stay balanced. I feel like you could be ignoring a situation, maybe trying not to get too overly emotional about something so that you can keep the balance or maintain the balance. All right, Jupiter abundance. Let's see what that's about. So Jupiter just went direct. At the very beginning of the month, you have Ace of Wands, fate, destiny. I feel like it's something we've been waiting for. Yeah, look at that. Six of Wands comes out. Sorry, Six of Swords. And we have the Four of Cups. So I feel like it's something that you've been waiting for. It could have something to do with like something that gets you excited or some sort of like passionate action. I feel like you've been guided towards it for quite some time. And this is bridging energy. So it's gonna be both of us, masculine and feminine. And Four of Cups is here. So Four of Cups is like finally have all the ingredients. You finally have all the ingredients to do something. But when the Ace of Wands came out, I got this energy with it, like you've been, like I have been waiting for that card. So it's like we've been waiting for whatever this is. On the bottom, Wheel of Fortune, again, more confirmation because that's Jupiter. Something good is coming, right? Or it's like something good is happening. I feel like it's possible though that both sides, it feels uneasy. So it's almost like it's something good, but we may not like see the big picture. So remember, Pluto, death and transformation. So it means that something's coming to a complete closure. And I feel like a lot of times that can be emotional. And I feel also that most of us on this, specific type of spiritual awakening journey, we've been working with our faith becoming bigger than our fear, right? So it's like, I don't know about you guys, but I've noticed that I'm less anxious. I noticed that I'm less depressed. I noticed that I don't cry as often. I noticed that I'm I don't know, calmer, I guess. So, and it's definitely been just spirit working with me on my faith, just growing my faith, right? All right, let's do head, heart, and higher self. We're going to use the energy oracle. The world was the only major arcana other than the Wheel of Fortune that we've seen on the bottom. The world is Cancer. It's nurturing energy. All right, so rest and rejuvenation is in the head space. This could have something to do with meditation, going within. Appreciation is in the heart space. This could definitely be a message from masculine to feminine because it's in the heart space. And then we have contract here coming out for higher self. So it's like this higher self could be teaching this divine masculine about something about a contract. It's also very possible there's been like a contract signed, and there could be something about like reading the fine print on the contract card. And then we have the fourth chakra on the bottom. Fourth chakra could have something to do with a heart chakra awakening. I heard the word choices. All right, let's look at divine feminine, head, heart, and higher self. So in the headspace, we have door to spirit. I feel like that's where we're keeping our focus, but I feel like that too could be Balance is going to be the key. You guys see the scales everywhere? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see one for, like, divine feminine too. So it's definitely having to balance your masculine and your feminine energies, but it's also like we're balanced, keeping our emotions balanced. Everything's having to stay balanced. I do feel like there's a reason for that. There's going to be a reason. I feel like for divine feminine, it's because we're receiving something. And I feel like for divine masculine, remember, the masculine energy gives and the feminine energy receives. So I feel like that's what's happening collectively, like in the world, right? And it's like that's why we're all being asked to hold this energy. Door to spirit, though, I feel like we're trying to stay very connected. I know for me, like if I have a question, I'm just gonna ask it. I'm expecting an answer immediately. That's definitely where I'm at. All right, let's look at heart space for divine feminine. We have attachment coming out. So I did hear make a decision or choose, and attachment does show like where she's taking the mask off. But it shows her chained. She's chained to the post, and I always feel like the post is like concreted into the ground. It almost gives me like Eight of Swords type of energy, like a little bit of self-restriction type of energy, and that there's something that we're not wanting to show others, or we feel like someone is not wanting to show others or someone else. This could definitely be a message. So it could be like it's the heart space, right? So divine feminine, divine masculine. So it's like there's appreciation for whatever divine feminine has done, but for like divine feminine, there's this message like take the mask off. And it does give me like that Eight of Swords, self-restriction. I see the third chakra, higher self, and I'm going to take it because I feel like that is what I'm learning. So if you resonate with divine feminine energy, then you're also going to feel like spirit's asking you to be really picky with your personal energy, your personal power at this time. I find that, I'm so glad that spirit had me pull this card. That I find that interesting that we're being asked to like hold our feminine energy, and then not just hold that energy, but also be choosy, picky about who we share our energies with. So it's like most of us are noticing that our circle, our inner circle, is becoming smaller. Most of us are noticing that people are kind of like falling away, people that can't go with us wherever it is that we're headed, right? But I feel like there's something about the twin journey in itself, or whatever experiences that we're having in itself, that are allowing us to learn how to call our personal power back, learn how not to give it away, I guess is what I'm trying to say. All right, I'm going to pull some guidance. And I think I'm going to use Power of Love. Show the options for free readings after the collective. I will. I want to do cosmic influences. So we'll use the Black Moon astrology and pull out like a main theme. And then I thought I would pull some tarot out on that. Of course, general guidance. And then, of course, talking to heaven. If you want to ask a question or the detailed twin flame current energy, of course, that has energy exchange. All right, guys, here's the guidance. Discernment. You're developing the skill to distinguish love from fear and truth from illusion. I feel like that's true, and that has a lot to do with let your faith be bigger than your fear, too. All right. We also have joy. You delight in the love of life and bring a spirit of fun to all that you do. I also feel like spirit is telling me that like we have to have balance. So I can't like overwork myself, and I can't like, play too much, right? I was gonna say something about that third chakra, and it's like I feel kind of awkward bringing it up or saying it, but it's like we are being asked to be picky with our personal power, and we are being asked to be like, um, like to kind of save our energies. So I do just kind of want to mention something. I told everybody I was going to make an announcement about it, and then I didn't. But it's just because I kind of just go back and forth and I struggle with it so bad. I'm not sure what to do, but I feel like Spirit's been pretty clear about what I need to do. But guys, I offer one-on-ones, like one-on-one live readings that you can like come and talk to me about whatever it is that you need to talk about, right? And I feel like I offer these free readings, every Sunday night, and I try to offer some at the end of the lives when we do the air and the elements. So I give us an opportunity to come into the lives and do free readings. And there is a reason for that. It's so that, you can see that you're not the only one on this journey, and other people can see that they're not the only one on this journey. And I think that's really important. And that's why I do them live, right? But there are we have so many quiet watchers, like people that just come and watch quietly. And I don't have a problem with that. Watch, do whatever you want to do. But it's like, what I mean, if you're gonna watch quietly, I get that, but like when you request like a free one-on-one, then that kind of bothers me a little bit, because you could have joined us in the live and you could have communicated with us in the chat. You see what I'm saying? And then everybody could have got the information that went out. So I did send out to my moderators today that I was going to enforce a new rule that I'm not going to do any more free one-on-ones. Like, my time is valuable, and I don't know how to express that without sounding kind of mean, but I come out here and do all these free readings, and like this is the perfect time to come in and chat with us. So I'm just going to respectfully ask that no one else requests any more one-on-ones with me without booking them, because I do offer one-on-one, and you can make a payment and have an energy exchange, and then you can have an hour of my time, right? I just want you guys to know, like, I'm on this journey too. I'm not just like sitting here having a grand time throughout this whole thing. I'm having to work my journey. I'm having to heal from my journey. I'm running PLR. And if I'm not doing these things, then I need to be spending time with my family. So my time is very, very valuable. And I will be enforcing that from now on. And I feel like that's pretty interesting that higher self or divine feminine is the third chakra, which is our personal power. So it's like we need to be picky about where our energy goes. All right, action is also here. It says you have the courage to express the unique, loving colors of your soul. It's not that I didn't have the courage. It's just I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. You know what I'm saying? I'm always trying to be nice and do what I think is the nice thing. But yeah, we have to enforce those boundaries. That's where we're at. And Spirit's not going to let us get by it, right? So true. So true. All right, guys, that's going to be your collective reading. I hope that was helpful. I'm going to show you guys what I have for tonight. And remember, free readings are going to be on the top there. So the cosmic influence, talking to heaven, and general guidance. And then if you want to ask a question or the detailed twin flame current energy, that information is on your screen also. Links, easy links, guys, are always going to be in the description box of the video. I've seen a lot of Twitch over there. I want to go check that out and see what's going on over there. Jane. Jane says, I'll book a reading next time. Sandra says, good for you. I love you, Sandra. I have not turned my messenger off yet. I will say that. Like you can still message on Facebook. But I feel like that's spirits, that's gonna be the next thing. I feel it coming. Michelle on YouTube. All right, let me get my pen and paper ready. Are you guys as excited about Pluto as I am, or is it just me? I feel like I'm telling everybody about Pluto, and they're like, okay, Rosa. All right, look at Diana. I love you. Thank you so much. Stephanie on Facebook. General guidance. I love that you guys know quickly, sweet. That's going to make it so much easier. Manor? Is that how you say that? Can we just call you Mon on YouTube? And Mandisa? Man, with the name. No, I'm just kidding. Vanessa. Michelle. Yes, welcome, Michelle. Did you guys all get a chance to watch the last members only? I made it for I noticed when I gave the giveaways away, you guys, it's for tier 1. So there's 3 tiers on our YouTube channel. I know it's like, I don't know, super confusing. It can't just like be easy, right? But there is 3 tiers, and you do have to be tier 2 in order to watch the members only lives. So if you guys are wondering, like there's a couple of you I noticed that are over on tier 1. If you're wondering why you can't see them, that definitely could be why. But it is tribe 2. The last one I did, I went ahead and did for all 3 tiers. That way PLR tribe 1 could also see it. But that will be the only one that we can do that way. Spirit tells me it's tier 2. All right. Made it. Comment. I hope Pluto going into Aquarius is going to be better. I have Aquarius rising and Jupiter and Venus. I feel like it's definitely going to be better, but it's going to, you know how things, I mean, you guys watch other astrologers, I'm sure, you've heard them talking about Pluto. But you know how things have to, like, you know what Pluto does? Pluto, like, comes in and breaks things down so that you're forced to fix it. That's what Pluto does. So Pluto in Aquarius, like right now, I'm gonna say some stuff that may step on some toes, and I don't mean to. I'm talking about myself too. I promise. This is my healing journey. Like this is what I'm doing out here, right? Trying to be a better person. But I feel like right now, society, like we're kind of selfish. We're kind of like everybody is really focused on money. Everybody is really focused on like what they can get from people, or like what does their neighbor have that's good for them. Like people tend to only help people if it benefits them. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's that kind of energy. And I mean, I'm not trying to like say anything, but that's Capricorn energy. That's that go that has to go around and get all the resources from everyone else, right? Like it's that energy. So Pluto moving into Aquarius, which is all about like the people, mass people, all the people. It's like it's a we energy. It's like how can I help you? You know what I'm saying? It's like what can we do together? It's not a what do you have that I want type of energy. It's like that. And yes, the world is full of takers and not givers. And I feel like this is the shift. This is where that shit's done. Like where it's not been beneficial to anyone except for what do they call it? The 1%, right? It didn't help anyone. It doesn't do anything. So it's like that's not the way to go. And I think that's why the whole world is awakening at the same time. So we have someone on Twitch, and I think that um, they want to be added too. So let me just go up really quickly. But yeah, so I feel like at first you have to see that Pluto's going to come in and tear everything down that hasn't been working for the longest time. But you know what's going to happen is you're going to see a lot of people, and it doesn't matter what age, it doesn't matter young, old. Nobody likes change. Nobody. People stay in their comfort zone, and it'll be the most uncomfortable place because they are fearful of change. So it's like this is election year, true, right? And we have Pluto happening all at the same time, which is super weird. I remember Pluto was here last in this position 250 years ago, right? And what was happening then was we were having the revolution. We were having, we were throwing tea over the ships, right? So it's like, it's this energy of destruction first to tear it down what wasn't working so that you can rebuild something better. So I feel like the first part of 2024 is going to actually be somewhat challenging. I've tried to stay as positive about it as possible, but now that we're here, I feel like I need to be just as completely 100% honest as possible because it's going to be challenging, but is it going to be worth it? And the answer to that is yes. It's definitely going to be worth it. All right, let's get started. Stephanie on Facebook wants general guidance. So, general guidance, I tend to pull Queen of the Moon out. Thank you, Diana. She said her internet was giving her trouble and she was going to be right back, but I just wanted to make sure. We have Marianne over on Facebook. Hi, Marianne. All right, so Queen of the Moon. Don't forget, guys, you have the Capricorn new moon. Capricorn new moon for me has felt like a full moon. Has anybody else felt like that? Remember, I said that Cancer full moon that we had the day after Christmas, so like on the 26th. I said it was going to be, remember, Cancer is nurturing motherly energy. It was like unresolved family issues. And I said we had until the Capricorn new moon to resolve that issue. And it's like if we waited, and the more you wait, like the tougher it is, right? I definitely feel like it feels full moonish-y to me. And it's the first new moon of 2024. So that's like, what does that mean? Does that mean that like all the moons are going to be this powerful, right? All right, let me click on Stephanie so we know who talking to. Stephanie says she's ready for it to move to. I'm just going to click on your name. There we go. That's good. Have the abundance card. We're all going to be seeing some abundance because I feel like that's what this energy is bringing it. So it's also here's the good thing about Pluto. Ready? I don't know if you guys are all like, have a bunch of money just falling out of your pockets right now. But like from 2008, when the recession first started to now has been very challenging for me personally, financially. I feel like there's probably a lot of us that are in that same boat. And that is also what is changing with Pluto. So remember, I said at first there's going to be destruction, but it's so something better can be built. And what that better is is we've been in such lack energy. We've been in such struggling, trying to survive literally since Pluto went into Capricorn in 2008, right? And it's like, and I feel like we all felt that in different ways. But for me, I mean, I feel like I felt it pretty quickly. Um, I remember telling the story to you guys in one of the lives that like we didn't know what a recession was, and we asked the mayor of the town, like he was telling us we were in a recession, and we were like, "What does that mean?" And then less than a year later, we learned what that meant, and then me and my family moved, like across the country, from a place that we really liked being at. It's not like we wanted to move, right? And then how many of you guys, like, I feel like when the recession happened too, so many of us had to go get jobs that like we didn't expect to have. Like we thought we went to school and we were going to do this, and that happened, right? Okay, so all of that is changing, but one thing I'm learning, Stephanie, is that I feel like spirit has been teaching me that throughout this whole Pluto and Capricorn process, it was to learn what was really important and like what I really needed, right? And then I think when that happened, not only did I learn what was really important and what I really needed, but I realized that I had more abundance than I ever realized before. I started to see like my children and my grandchildren and their, healthy lives and all these things as abundance that I never experienced before, right? Like I was always trying to go get the dollar. I was always trying to work 50 hours a week. I was always trying to cash the paychecks. You see what I'm trying to say? And so it was like I got to learn in this last couple of years as Pluto closed out this very challenging chapter of my life that I had way more abundance than I ever realized I did before. And that is what the Hunter Moon card is. So the Hunter Moon card says that you have everything you need around you. It also says that Spirit's not going to let you go without anything. You see, like she's draped in the furs. She has all the fruits, all the nuts, all the animals are around her. It's like she has everything she needs, and you're not going to go without something. So that's going to be your guidance. I hope that was helpful. Vanessa said it was 2012 for her. I feel like that's when it imploded. I moved here in 2013, but I feel like that's when like 2012 was like when we tried to hold out, right? Like try to make it through the recession from like 2008 to like 2012, 2013, and then it just, you can only try to do something so long. All right. Man, Riaz, I can't say all those names. Gadar. I seen that one earlier. I feel like I'm saying it wrong. So let us know if you're still here. You waited patiently. I bet, like, were they on Facebook or YouTube? I bet it was like a group that we shared in or something. Then Mandisa on Facebook. Vanessa on Facebook. Thank you, Stephanie. Alright, guys, I'm gonna pop them up there really quickly while I grab me something to drink. Mandisa is on Facebook. We can skip over if we don't see the manure one. All right, guys, cosmic influence. I'm going to pull from the Black Moon Astrology. Talking to Heaven is a mediumship reading. We use the Talking to Heaven by James Van Prague. I got a new James Van Prague book from the library. I'm so excited. Um, and then the general guidance, I usually use Queen of the Moon. That's what Stephanie just got, was general guidance. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Thank you, Diana. So let's move on to Mandisa. Mandisa was on Facebook. Please remind me. You probably already told us 100 times, but please remind me which reading did you want to do? The Cosmic Influence, Talking to Heaven, General Guidance. How are you guys feeling today? I talked to a few of you guys that said you weren't feeling good today. Wonder if that's going to be like collective ascension symptoms or if we have like a cold. Mandisa on Facebook says general guidance, please. I heard something about a move and something about the new moon, and the new moon starts on it, or the new moon is here on January 11th. A move could be like maybe you're moving locations, or it could just be like you're about to make a move, you're about to take an action. It could be just a move. Have growth. It's interesting, deeply rooted, because I definitely felt like there was some move, like you're fixing to physically go somewhere else. But the growth card actually talks about you it's time. It's like it's time to move. See how she's got the little clock? Oh yeah, time to move. So I feel like you've been in a situation that you've gained all the wisdom, all the knowledge, you've gathered all the information from there. I feel like you have been wherever it is a really long time because there's so many roots that it's like you've gotten yourself involved in so many situations. But now there's the clock in her hand. So it's like now it's time for you to make this move, like to go do something. And you could be nervous about that, but gratitude was the next card. Gratitude always says that you could be showing gratitude to someone who taught you, to help you, but I always see that person in the background. So it's like you've been getting assistance and this person's going to keep assisting you wherever it is that you're going. I feel like it's very possible it has something to do with your boundaries. Like maybe you keep your boundaries really closed because you feel safe there, and you could have to do something where it's like you're having to leave the comfort zone. You're having to expand, maybe enforce boundaries with certain people, but also like expand your own boundaries. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that was helpful. All right, Vanessa on Facebook. General, please. You guys are liking Queen of the Moon. Mandisa, thank you. David. Scorpio, can I ask divine confirmation if I have a son? Ooh, that's touchy there. Look at Jenna. She's like, I feel like the answer is yes. Oh, I see you. I see you. Manor, I'm sorry. We called your name earlier. Let me do Vanessa's and then I'll come back to you. Renee. Yes, yeah, we will come back to them. Absolutely. Ooh, hot moon extremes. Vanessa, don't let your emotions control your actions. But that could have been for anybody in here. All right, let's see what comes out for Vanessa. Ooh, we have expect the unexpected. Let me grab some tarot. I knew it was gonna come out eventually. It's possible that you're not supposed to know, but I mean, Spirit will tell me when we start flipping the cards over. Five of Cups has got something to do with a loss. The Ace of Swords is like new clarity, new understanding. And the Five of Swords is here. Five of Swords is like disagreements, arguments. So if you've been having disagreements or arguments with anyone where you feel like they may cost you something or they may take something from you, Vanessa, it's like the Ace of Swords is a victory. So it's like you're going to get clarity, understanding, maybe like someone speaks their truth, but it's more about the victory that like they can't hurt you or they can't take something from you. Next card would have been the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is about becoming your own resource. It could have something to do with money. All right, I hope that was helpful. All right. Manor. Riaz. I feel like I'm saying all that so wrong. All right, let us know that you're here. And let me show you guys what readings we're doing. So you can pick. Free is going to be across the top. If you want to ask a question, guys, it is $10. But whoever was asking about like the children, I don't know. It just feels weird, right? I try not to do like pregnancy questions, so I feel like I just shouldn't do that one. All right, let me know which reading you're wanting to do. Cosmic influence, we use the astrology cards, general guidance, Queen of the Moon, and then talking to heaven, we use the talking to heaven cards. All right. All right, I'm going to update my list really quickly. Thank you, Diana. On Facebook. Sandra on YouTube. Oh, I had the Twitch. Do we have Twitch? I had Twitch after Michelle on Facebook. And then Sandra on YouTube. Oh, Twitch was after Sandra. Okay, I got you. I'm sorry. I'm blind. Marianne on Facebook, Jenna on YouTube, Diana on YouTube. Is it David or what does it say? Davichi? Davichi on YouTube. And he wants talking to heaven. All right, David. Thank you. Check for Sandra. I got it on there. And Renee on Facebook would like a general guidance or cosmic. Somebody pick the cosmic. Renee, pick the cosmic. I'm going, I promise. I'm here. Let's go. All right. General guidance. She's right about that too. So if you guys like, if you have a question and you can't do the energy exchange, I do always recommend that you just think of your question um, while I'm doing your general guidance reading, right? I don't know why I clicked that off. Sorry. So interesting. It's such an interesting question, but it's definitely throwing me off. All right. Manor Riaz Idar. Am I totally jacking up the whole name? General guidance, Queen of the Moon. I feel like you do have a question. I'm wondering if you want to know something about yourself or if you're wanting to know something about someone else. I think it's about someone else. It is. All right, so the masculine card comes out. You're wanting to know information, I think, and it has something to do with someone else. So the masculine card, it could be that that's who you're wanting to know information about. Maybe you're on a very specific type of spiritual awakening where you have like a masculine counterpart. Maybe you are the masculine and you're wanting to know about the feminine counterpart. Either way, it's about balance. You're supposed to balance the masculine and feminine energies, and that's what this card means. So it tells me that you could be doing something like too much. So we all have masculine and feminine energies within us, right? So I use this example that our masculine energy is what makes us like lock our doors at night. It's the protect and provide energy. And then our feminine energy is like our self care, self love, that type of energy, right? So we all have both of those energies. But there's something where you're doing something too much. Either you're being too forceful or it's not enough. And you're going to know. So it's like if you're going to know, am I being too pushy or am I not reaching out enough? But there's something about needing to balance something out. And I think it's about wanting to know about this other person. I do see like it looks like there's a couple holding hands back there. So it's like this could also be like too much 5D and 3D. That came up in the collective energy too. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that was helpful. All right, Michelle on Facebook. Thank you. Cosmic for Sandra, sweet. Michelle, say hi to me in the comments. Let me know which reading. Sweet, thank you. I heard it's time. And maybe this is the one. I just got really warm, but I mean, it could just be a hot flash. I know it seems like I'm making jokes, but I swear sometimes it's a pain in the butt because I'm like, what in the world? There's going to be a clear, one of those clears, and I don't know which one it is, but there's going to be one where it has something to do with temperatures. Like, you know, the temperatures of things can tell you a lot of stuff. But now that I'm, you know, having to do menopause, yay. It's like I can't tell sometimes, like it could just be a hot flash. Give it a moment. I have to wait and see. All right, it's cold. All right, so it's the void. So it's the opposite of my hot flash. um, you could be feeling cold like at this moment, but it's more about an emptiness. It's the dark moon, the void is when there's like a reset, when there's like a pause, a reset. This is also giving me, it's number one. So you could be seeing like 111. You have that Capricorn new moon coming on January 11th. So you could be having like this big reset happening. It could have something to do with family situation, but I feel like it's an all around, I'm hearing 0 point. So Michelle, you could be at the 0 point. So I'm wondering, I talked about this a little bit, I want to say last week. Are you seeing zeros everywhere? Or are you having a bunch of your, not a bunch, I mean, I'm not saying there's a bunch, but I'm just saying, are you having like old exes or like old relationships like come back for closure? Are you feeling like, for me, when I was at this point, I felt like I had got to some point where I had paid like karmic debts, but I didn't know. It was almost like I felt like I had this clean slate, but I didn't know like where I was headed. And it was interesting because it's like a place in our journey where we don't want to add any karmic debts to the new cycle, right? So it was kind of like that. So the void is just kind of telling me that you're at this pause and reset. I hope that was helpful. She said zeros and ones. I love it. Big confirmation. Love it, love it. All right, Sandra, and she wants the cosmic. Sweet. All right, Sandra. So I'm totally drawing like a blank at first. And at first I was like, I guess I'm just not gonna see anything. But then I just saw like it's like the purity card where you just see blanket of snow over everything. Feel like we're too far down, aren't we? We're not going to get any snow. I was really hoping for snow, and then it seems like the little wave that we were supposed to get this week missed us, so it stayed a little bit northern of us. Yeah, and we didn't get snow, but we were preparing, like waiting for it, and then it missed us. But I'm definitely getting like clean slate. I'm seeing like if you were standing, I don't know, because your backyard, I guess, is kind of healed, like kind of like if you're standing in your backyard, Sandra, and you're just kind of looking out at that big field back there, at the hills and how it rolls. There's like this energy of like a blanket of snow on that. All right, we have it solar eclipse revolution. All right, so we just had solar eclipse right there at the end of 2023. That eclipse season was really tough. And that eclipse season was with Taurus and Scorpio. And that is the eclipse season that has the nodes have ended that particular access, I guess. And now they're in Aries and Libra, right? So I think it's going to have something to do with, and 44s, I've been seeing the fours, and fours to me is always about manifestation. So I feel like it's going to have something in solar eclipses, like something being brought to light, right? Like it's not just being brought to light, but in a big way. So I feel like you had some sort of revolution towards the end of 2023 when we had that Taurus solar eclipse. So I feel like it has something to do with seeing like where maybe the grander picture, the bigger picture, maybe that's why I was seeing those waves. And I was seeing that snow on it. So it's almost like if you're painting a picture and like you have this canvas and you see all these mountains and everything's covered in that snow, it's almost like you can make it whatever it is that you want. But I want to say that the eclipse season this year, we're going to talk more about the different eclipses that are happening this year a little bit later because they are coming. And I feel like this year it's going to be, last year we got to see what we have to do, and this year we're going to do the things that need to be done with the eclipse season. I think that's the message, Sandra. I hope that was helpful. Was not a fair player. They normally aren't. Eclipses just mean that the full moon or the new moon is even more powerful than it already is. You know what I mean? So it just, that's all it really means. I don't know about you guys, but I feel the new moons and full moons pretty strongly. And I really feel like this Capricorn new moon feels like a full moon to me. And it feels like full moon things are happening, which is weird, right? Oh my gosh, she said, funny you mentioned painting. I'm painting right now. What are you painting? So far, I just do the painting by numbers on my phone. Family. What is NO? I'm having a brain fart. Or is it MO? Or Northern Illinois. I get it. Has tons of snow. Yeah, I bet. I know. That's what me and Messina were saying here, Sandra. Like, we just want it to snow so we don't have to go out in it. Like, just want to be, bunkered down. Jaina Bana on Twitch. Let me know that you're still here and that you waited so patiently. Marianne on Facebook. Wanted general guidance. Jenna on YouTube. Diana is going to get the cosmic. David on YouTube wanted a talking to heaven. She's painting a sign that says hope with a cross. I love it. Adding Jasmine to Facebook list. Where are we at with that list? We probably should go ahead and close that list out. Let me go ahead and get the banner. I love y'all, but my son is making, let me see if I can say this right. Raspberry chipotle hot wings. That's it. You heard me. Twitch never responded back. Okay. So Marianne on Facebook. Marianne on Facebook, you're next. General guidance. Let me know that you're still here. Say hi to me in the comments. There's a few of you that I haven't picked, haven't said which one. So here's what we're doing. You got to pick cosmic influence, talking to heaven, or general guidance. Marianne is here. All right, Marianne, which one are we doing? Thank you, Diana. I know, right? I feel like anything, I don't know. Like I feel the raspberry tea. I've been drinking. I don't know. When I seen that Chipotle stuff, I was like, oh my gosh, that's gonna be so good. All right, let me get the video back down. And they're right next door, so I swear it's like every time they cook, I can smell it. Oh, and people are like, "It's crazy. There's no way." I'm telling you, I can't. I know when they make tacos. All right, Queen of the Moon for Mary Ann. Guys, don't forget about my Pluto astrology reading. If you guys want me to look at your birth chart and tell you how Pluto is going to affect you personally, message me. Message me. All right, Marianne. I heard spiritual awakening. On a journey of knowledge. So it's like something's happened to you and you're trying to find the whys. We have resilience. Look, something's happened, all right. Resilience says that you're really strong, you're really tough, and well, you're resilient. But it's also this energy of like not quitting. Don't give up now. It's like you're almost to something. This is happening to me too, Marianne. I feel it's probably going to be happening to a lot of us collectively, especially divine feminine, because we've been asked to receive. We're being asked to hold that feminine energy so we can receive. And it's like, I feel like for me personally, everything's coming at me, testing me to see how I'm going to handle the situation, right? But I also feel too that there's a lot of things from the past that are coming back to test me to see. It's like we're on this journey, right? And we're following our purpose. It's like pretend it's a road, it's like a path. And it's like things just keep coming in from all different sides to see if we're gonna like veer off the path. You know what I mean? And I think as long as we stay on the path and stay dedicated to the path, it's like, I mean, nothing can really go wrong. But I do feel like we get to this point where it's like it's tough. It's like we're waiting for something, or like, or we feel like something's not bending quick enough. And it's like we start asking ourselves, do I really want to be on this path? Do I really want to be having this spiritual awakening? And a lot of us are being kind of tested with that spiritual awakening. It's almost like, I mean, I don't know too much about like this new earth and all this kind of stuff. Like I know you hear this kind of these, other astrologers talk about that. And I mean, the TikTok videos alone are crazy about how we're, transforming into this new earth. And I'm not saying that's not what's happening. Of course, that's very likely what's happening. How that works, I don't know. I don't have all those answers just yet. I haven't like been able to dive that deep yet. But it does seem like we're getting close to something and we're being tested as we move into an earth that's more about like light, more about compassion, empathy, these types of things. It does seem like we're being tested with more darker crap. And it's like as we get closer to wherever it is that we're going, it's like we question, do we want to do this? Do we want to be on this journey? And being on this journey is not just watching twin readings, right? It's not just about learning what's going on with counterparts. It's about learning what's going on internally and being able to push through that, heal those things, and continue forward on the journey without going, you know what, I'm tired and I don't want to do it anymore. And kind of like, like 3 steps forward, 1 step back type of thing. All right, man, I hope that was helpful. She said, yes, resonates with being tested. Yes. Keep pushing. You're almost there. And I definitely got the message. I know nobody likes this one, but it's true. It's like spirit, the universe, God, whatever label you want to put there. It's like nothing's given to us that we can't handle. And that's factual. Again, I know it's not something that we like to hear, but it doesn't make it any less true. All right, Jenna would like a general. David, I hope you've been waiting so patiently. I've been trying to move through them pretty quickly. Thank you, Marianne. Jenna. I heard the word busy bee. I'm also getting a little bit of Gemini energy, like social butterfly, like you're getting out more, talking more to people. Maybe you're like specifically, I do this sometimes, Jenna, where it's like, I'm going to go out today and I'm going to give 3 people a compliment. And I'll set that as a goal. You know what I mean? Like as I'm out today, I need to make sure that I at least 3 people, I'm going to say something. And it definitely can be challenging right now, especially when we're being asked to hold like our energies or protect our energies or be cautious about where we share our energies. But I feel like spirit aligns us, like draws in the people like we're supposed to talk to. All right, so here's a little, it might be TMI, but I mean, I'm sorry, y'all, this is my journey. But I had my first mammogram the other day. I was super nervous about it. It wasn't that bad, y'all. I made it. But I was super nervous about it. And I remember when they told me to go sit down in the waiting room, it was one of those situations where every chair was full. like there was nowhere to sit. There was like one chair in between two people, so it was like no matter where I sat, I was gonna have to go sit between somebody. You know what I'm trying to say? Like there was no place to be like off on my own. So I went and sat between this like older pair, this older couple, an older man and an older woman. It felt like that was the safest place for me, right? And so I sat there and I noticed that she had this boot on her foot. And normal Rosa, you just would sit there very quietly and wait for her name to be called, right? But again, because Spirit's putting, like I need to, have these, like interactions. I knew that, like, one, I knew it was safe because it was safe to sit there. But then I knew it was like safe to have this conversation with her. So I totally started asking her about this boot that she was wearing. Of course, she told me the whole story. But it's like it's not normal for me, right? And so it's like it could be, Jenna, that maybe you've been kind of like withdrawn, or you've been really spending a lot of, I don't feel like I've been withdrawn, but I've been spending a lot of time on myself, right? And it's like now it's this energy where it's time to like come out of the cocoon type of thing. We have a self-love coming out. I feel like that's big confirmation. There's the pleasure card. Release stagnant energies so that you can make room for new energies. And I am getting that social butterfly. So it's like this could be about new communication. It could be about meeting new people, talking to new people. But it's all because you've been pouring into your cup. So it's like now Spirit's saying it's time. Like you can go out and meet and talk to new people, right? All right, I hope that was helpful. All right, David says, it's worth the wait. I know it. I hope so, David. All right, Diana is next with the cosmic reading. Chicken soup. That sounds delicious. All right, Diana, say hi to me in the comments. Thank you, Jenna. Are you meeting new people, Jenna? I gotta know. You don't gotta tell me if you don't want to. All right, Dana, cosmic influence. I heard that you are influencing someone. Interesting. Or your actions have influenced others or inspired others. I heard inspired. And it's possible you don't know this. Like, it's possible you don't know that you inspire this person or that you inspired this person to do something. All right, let's see what your cosmic influence is. Diana, Mercury retrograde, reinvention. That's what you inspired them to do. Yeah, somebody's watched you, Diana, like, I don't know, pick yourself up from the bottom, right? Phoenix rising. And this is someone who's been in your journey and been able to see you like come from the bottom to get through whatever it is you went through to be where you're at now, and may potentially have some insight on where you're headed or where you're going. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. That somebody could have had something to do with that last Mercury retrograde that we just had. It just ended on January 1st. All right, Diana, I hope that was helpful. All right, David, we have made it. Oh, Jenna. How is everyone else's dreams? Are you guys dreaming? And are you dreaming of your counterpart energies? I feel like the dream world has definitely been very active, especially when I'm doing your personal readings. I sometimes can get, especially when we're tapping into like head and heart space, I can sometimes get like, you know, dream information from the masculine or the feminine, right? Sun on YouTube. I don't see why not. If you wait patiently, you can go after David. But no questions. We're just doing general reads, general reads. All right, David, I'm going to get the Talking to Heaven cards out. So remember, think of your question, and the way these work is, okay, so the mediumship is just this is something that like came with it. So I had my spiritual awakening. I do feel like it's going to be part of my gifts or like part of my abilities. And it is something that I'm definitely like learning to expand and grow, right? So I got the Talking to Heaven cards specifically for these types of readings. And I do read the description out of the card because a lot of times when we do these Talking to Heavens, people are thinking of a specific person that has, passed to the other side. And a lot of times when I'm reading out of the book, they'll say, oh my gosh, that's something they used to say to me. Or they'll say, you sound like my person that, isn't here anymore, right? In your case, because you're asking this really specific question, that may be a little different for you, right? But there could be like some words that Spirit has me say that points out something to you that you're wanting to know about, right? And it's interesting to me that Jenna came out right away with the yes, and she felt, I could tell with her energy that she felt very confident about that answer. I think my question to you would be, if you had this question to such a urgency that you're trying to get this answer, then it makes me wonder, like, are you not trusting your own intuition? Do you already know something and you're just wanting confirmation for something that you already know? All right, here we go. It says, now I have no pain and the yellow tulips are sticking out to me. The earth is our school was the next card. Now I have no pain. As soon as I remember my alphabet, I will get it pulled up. All right, it says, you worried whether I suffered in my passing. My ears are ringing. All right. You worried whether I suffered in my passing, and I'm here now to tell you that all physical pain is connected to the body. Now that my body has been laid to rest, I am completely pain free. Before, movement was slow and cumbersome, but now I'm so light and free that I can be wherever I want with just a thought. Ooh, is that why you are like you have this knowing because you feel this energy around with you? All right, it also says part of my life review has been to examine the source of my previous physical pain and to take responsibility without guilt for my role in manifesting those conditions. I now see that the path of pain was a choice my soul made, and I'm learning great lessons of compassion and empowerment from that path. I think the message here is that is it possible someone caused you a lot of pain, and this energy is asking you to have compassion and understanding and empathy for whatever that person did? All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that was helpful. All right, Sun, the purple in the video attracted me to the video. Oh, I love it. Love it, love it. We are doing general. I wouldn't mind doing one more. I know we closed it out, but we're doing cosmic influences because we have one every single day of the upcoming week. And then general read, and of course, talking to heaven. David said, "Oh my God." I hope that's a good OMG. I hope you got the confirmation. Oh, yes. Thank you, Sandra, posting our schedule. Absolutely. David said, that was right on with what I'm going through lately. How interesting. Oh, you're welcome, David. You're welcome. Yes, guys, don't forget tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, we're going to do fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. On Tuesday, I'm going to do the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. On Wednesday, we do the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And on Thursday, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Jenna, do you know David? Like, is it a friend of yours? Amelia, I love your name. Amelia, is it Davistani? Is that how you say it? All right, two more general reads, and that's it, I promise. Last ones. No more after that. All right, let's do suns real quick, guys, real quick, and then we're going to wrap it up. Make sure to come back, join us tomorrow night for the fire signs. But we're here every Sunday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time for free readings. I do sometimes offer free yes or no's at the end of my elements. So at the end of fire, water, earth, air. All right, so I'm using Queen of the Moon. I heard the word sovereignty, but it could just be because I'm using Queen of the Moon. But no, it's like something about you're stepping into your power and you're holding it, which means that you're having spiritual awakening and you're choosing the purpose, which also means that you are not allowing delays, or I want to say obstacles, but that's not it either. Distractions. You're not allowing any distractions. Balance. That's why, because you're able to find balance. So most likely you were drawn here because your masculine and feminine energies are going to be really important in your spiritual awakening. And that's what you're learning to balance right now. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that was helpful. All right, Amelia, last one, general reading. Here we go. Renee, Facebook. Jasmine, Facebook. Did I miss two? Did I miss Renee? Renee said cosmic influence. I just remembered. Sun is a Leo woman. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, thank you. I feel like I missed Renee. Yes, Renee and Jasmine on Facebook. All right, Renee was cosmic. I remember. I'm sorry, Renee. She's like, I waited patiently. Renee just got a one-on-one with me. I love y'all. You guys keep me so busy. So busy. I'm definitely gonna revamp the one-on-ones, guys. I'm gonna try to make them so it's a little bit easier to like reschedule, right? Like to keep yours. Like a lot of you guys like having it at the same time each weekend. I only do them on the weekend, guys. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And sometimes that can be challenging when someone else like beats you to it. So I'm gonna start doing it so at the end of your one-on-ones, I'll just go ahead and book your next one, and then that way you guys can keep the same slot. I know several of you guys were asking me about that. All right. I know I picked Amelia's, but I am totally doing Renee's. All right, so Amelia, you're gonna have to be patient. Ready? Renee, cosmic influence. You have Aries, I am. It's the I am you, you are me, we are one. It's like you're seeing yourself and everyone around you. And you're putting yourself first. And it's very possible that you're putting yourself first, like for the first time. I know that I am. All right, Renee. I hope that was helpful. All right. Well, who's the other one I forgot? Jasmine on Facebook. Jasmine on Facebook. Let me know if that you're still here. Let me know you're still here. Or we're gonna go ahead and jump to that last one, Amelia. Jasmine on Facebook. Nice. I'm so glad to hear that, Renee. I love it. Love it. Love it. It's weird. I haven't rode horses in a long time, but I have this really crazy horse story to tell you if you want to hear it. I went riding with a friend of mine when I was younger, and her horse like took off and scared me because I wasn't like very good at it. And her horse, like, I guess like maybe I scared the horse. But it took off and like went in between some trees, and the trees were like not wide enough for the horse, let alone me being on the horse. So when it went in between the two trees, I totally went off the horse. But I did get back on. Like, I remember everybody making a big deal about it and was like, don't stay off the horse because then you'll never get back on it. So I did go back on it. And here recently I've actually been thinking about horseback riding, but I don't know. I haven't seen it. I haven't thought about it. I haven't done it. I've thought about it, just not done it. No, Jasmine. All right, Amelia. Amelia, it's your turn. Let me know that you waited so very patiently. I love that, son. I always advocate for myself, so I'm always standing up to the position. I love that. All right, Amelia, let me know. Let me know that you're still here. Yes, guys. Remember, every Sunday night, free readings, and then Monday through Thursday, we do the elements. Oh, I'm not seeing her. Thank you, Diana, for helping me with the list, and Sandra for coming in and joining us. I see where she asked, but I'm not seeing anything else. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I feel kind of bad about it, but I'm ready for them hot wings. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for helping. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I will see everyone tomorrow night for the fire signs. Don't forget, 8 p.m. at Central Standard Time. I hope to see all of you guys there. For the new people, make sure to hit that subscribe button and set your notifications to all so when we go live, it notifies you. I will see everyone tomorrow. I'm always, always sending all of you abundant love and light on your journey. Have a good night, everyone.